Hello kids, welcome to Ape Puzzle YouTube channel. Today also you are joining with a new geographic lesson relevant for grade 6. Actually, today we are going to study about the economic activities of the people who are living in our surrounding. When we talk about these economic activities, we can categorize these economic activities into three sectors. They are agriculture, industry, and services. Let's see in detail. Sri Lanka is known as an agriculture-based country. That is because the majority of Sri Lankan people, or one-third of the population in Sri Lanka, is busy with the agricultural activities. So the main crop grown in Sri Lanka is known as the paddy, which supplies the rice and which is known as the staple food of Sri Lanka. Apart from paddy cultivation, tea, rubber, coconut and many other spices are grown in Sri Lanka. Basically, all these tea, rubber, coconut crops are known as the commercial crops in Sri Lanka. And apart from all these crops, you can see, as you can see in this picture, there are vegetables and fruits are also grown in Sri Lanka. But all the vegetables and fruits are not grown in each and everywhere in Sri Lanka. It depends on the climatic factors. So for example, if we talk about the upcountry or the hill country, when you move to the Nuwara areas or the hilly areas, you can see leeks, cabbage, beans, carrots, potatoes and even mangoes and strawberries. Usually they are grown with a cold climate. That is why we can see all these vegetables and fruits in the hilly region only. And if we talk about the dry areas or the dry zone in Sri Lanka, corn, drumsticks, brinjal, bitter gourd, pumpkins are famous in the dry zone. And also, if you move to the northern part of Sri Lanka, there you can identify different types of chilies, onions, grapes in the northern part of Sri Lanka. So all these variations has been occurred due to the climatic factors and the ability of the each crops to grow in the each and every climate, each and every environment. People in your area may have cultivated various crops according to the nature of the land. For example, coconut cultivation on the plain areas, paddy cultivation is done besides the river valleys, and at the same time, tea and rubber cultivation is done in the hilly areas. And these economic activities are varying according to the environment or the area where you live. So if we take an area which is very close to the sea, that means the coastal area, there is a famous industry relevant to this area, that is we called as the fishing industry. So if you are living in a very close area, just like a river or reservoir or a tank, fisheries industry can be the main occupation of the people in your area. And at the same time, there may be some people who are engaged with the livestock farming, like rearing of cattle, pigs and other things. Apart from agricultural activities, now we'll discuss about the industrial activities that can be seen in Sri Lanka. So when we talk about these industrial activities, we should give very important place to our traditional industrial activities. So as I have shown some pictures in this slide, you can see there are different kinds of industries and different products that we are doing in Sri Lanka as our traditional industry. So the first picture is representing a pottery industry. So the second one, the masks has been created, and the third one you can see the brass items. Likewise, there are different industries prevailing in Sri Lanka. So when we talk about the industries and the places which all these industries have been located, these things have been they settled according to the easiness of the industrial, according to the easiness of the finding of the raw material, which is relevant for the, which is very essential for the development of these industries. So for example, most of the areas in various industries are carried out using the natural resources found in that area. So in this slide, I have represent some of the industries based on the traditional technological skills. And here I have mentioned the industry and the famous area in Sri Lanka. So if we talk about the furniture is very popular in Moratuwa area. And if we talk about the traditional masks and the puppets, they can be seen in the Ambalangoda area. So brassware area is the Pilimatalawa, and especially Radhavadunne area is very famous for cane products, and Dumbara is famous for mats. So this is how our traditional industries is located in Sri Lanka. Let's talk about the service sector in Sri Lanka. So services are also very important sector in the economy in Sri Lanka. When we talk about the services, there are different types of services in Sri Lanka. Some of the services are provided by the government free of charge, but at the same time, sometimes you have to pay for some services that they are giving. And at the same time, there are private sector services also in Sri Lanka. So if we talk about the services, the examples for services are health service, education service, postal service, transport service, banking, and even the security. There might be different services provided in your area. Here I have mentioned some of the service centers. So when we talk about the service centers, hospital, bank, police station, post office, schools, all these places are known as service centers, because from this area people take different kinds of services and they are taking different benefits. So the people in your area may be engaged in providing all these services. If they are engaged in agricultural or industrial sector or even in the service sector, whatever it is, they are utilizing this manual labor and they are doing a great social service to the country. So we have come to the end of today's lesson. I hope you have understood the agricultural activities in Sri Lanka, the industrial sector in Sri Lanka, and the services in Sri Lanka. So for today's homework, I suppose you to do the activities on page 33 and page 35. So I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson. See you soon with a new lesson. Have a nice day.
Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to my channel. To get latest updates, press the bell icon below.